Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in the video today I'm going to be talking about how to have a baby in Abu Dhabi, the full process of having a baby in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, or if you're planning to have a baby with your wife in the United Arab Emirates. So I know it has been a long time without me posting any video, and that is because I was actually trying to make a baby, and God has blessed me and my family, me and my wife, with a wonderful baby. So that is why I want to share the process with you all. If you're planning to have a baby in Abu Dhabi, then these are the things that you need to take note. So the first thing, or the way I'm going to split the video, is into two parts, and that is talking about those who have a comprehensive health insurance and those who don't have any insurance at all. So if you know that you have an insurance, or if you are working for a company and you are fully covered, and your wife also has coverage of insurance, then this is the process that you need to follow so that you can have your baby in the United Arab Emirates and in Abu Dhabi in particular. The first thing that we need to note is having an insurance, right? So if you are fully covered, it means that your wife is definitely going to have coverage, or maybe your wife is also working for a different company and you have separate insurance. That is no problem. Your wife's insurance is going to be the insurance that you are going to use at the initial stage for the pregnancy. Or if you don't want to use your wife's insurance, maybe it is having some co-payments and all that, you can actually transfer your wife under your own company insurance, your own insurance, if you know that your insurance is very good, because when with a good insurance you will be able to enjoy all the benefits and you won't need to pay anything. So for my own part, I paid nothing. Actually, we did everything went out smoothly, even on the date of the delivery and everything. We did not pay any single dirham, because we had a very good insurance from our company. So if you have the first thing to settle is the insurance part. So once you find out that your wife is pregnant, you do the test and you confirm. So what the next part is for your wife to start going for the checkups. So she needs to start going for the prenatal checkups, and she will need to look for a hospital. Maybe you have a hospital that is in your mind. You can go to different hospitals all around Abu Dhabi. There's many clinic, there's Cleveland, there's Bujil. There are so many hospitals in Abu Dhabi that you can start going to for your pre-op. So after the pre-op and visits to the doctor, you have to know that once your wife is visiting the doctor, right, that is, there are going to be consultation charges. So some insurance, they will cover the full payment for these consultations. However, for some, you're going to pay some money. On our own part, yeah, on every visit that my wife goes to the hospital, definitely we paid some amount of money, but it was small amount of money only. So sometimes it is just a co-payment for that consultation, that particular visit. So each time that you visit the doctor, you have to know that you are going to pay a little bit of a little amount of money, maybe 10 dirhams, maybe 20 dirhams, maybe sometimes 50 dirhams, depending on your insurance and the co-payment terms. So if you have to calculate the visits, you have to know that for every visit for your wife is definitely going to pay some money for consultation for the visit in the hospital. So these consultations are to check how the baby is growing. If everything is fine, the doctors are going to prescribe some medications, some vitamins, some iron, especially iron, for your wife and the baby. So they are going to recommend some stuff. They are going to do some tests, and they are going to make sure that the baby is growing healthy and the mother is also doing well. So for every prescription, for every medication that they prescribe, you are also going to be covered by your insurance, and sometimes in these medications you are also going to pay some money. So maybe if the medication, for example, is 200 dirhams, your insurance might cover a portion, and the next portion, the other portion, you are going to pay for that, but it is usually a small amount of money. Okay, so these are just some expenses that you're going to incur as you're planning to have your baby. If you go throughout this period of 9 months, or it depends on the time frame, and if you finish throughout this period and you get now to the delivery date, So the delivery date, you have to know that there are two things involved. Your baby can either be through cesarean section or it can be normal delivery. So cesarean section is also in two categories. It's either the elective cesarean section or it can be an emergency cesarean section. So I always tell people that it's better for you to elect, prepare, talk with your family, talk with your wife, discuss this out, discuss the potential, the risks and everything. You have to plan ahead. It's better for you to go for an elective cesarean section following the discussions with your doctor than for you to wait it out and actually go in for an emergency cesarean section. It might cause some complications, okay? So discuss your options with your wife, what your wife needs, because she's the person that is carrying the baby and she's the one that's going to carry all the pain. So discuss with your wife the options that she wants. If it's normal delivery, then fine. Watch the way that you eat, watch the things that you eat, so that the baby doesn't grow to a point where you cannot push, the wife cannot push. So you have to discuss with your doctor your plan, that if you want with normal delivery, then fine. If you want cesarean delivery, fine. All options are great. They are all for the benefit of the mother and the child. So you have to also note that for a normal delivery, the cost is lower than cesarean delivery. Okay, so for normal delivery with your insurance, normally insurance will have full coverage for that, depending on your insurance. So it might be 10,000 or 20,000 dirhams, depending on the hospital, or 5,000. Your insurance is going to cover all that money. And this money for the cesarean is not only for the actual procedure, it also covers your bed stay in the hospital post delivery. Okay, so if you are going for a normal delivery, you have to discuss that again with your doctor and they will fix a date. They will apply for your insurance approval and you are going to get an approval from your insurance and fix a date for your normal delivery. So if you are going for a cesarean elective, then you're going to discuss again with your doctor. He is also going to send an approval for your elective cesarean section and you are going to go in for your elective cesarean section. So as a mom, you have to prepare your mind that weigh the options of both. They are all great, they are all safe, and they are all for the safety of the baby and the mom. Another important thing that you need to note is that if you are going in for an emergency cesarean section, there might be a chance that you might pay some deposit in the hospital. This is because when you're going in for an emergency cesarean section, there's not enough time for the insurance to process the approval. So sometimes in some hospitals, they are going to tell you to pay some deposit so that they can hold some cash as security while waiting for the approval of your insurance from your insurance company. So once the insurance approval comes in, then they are going to reimburse the money back to you. In some cases, those approvals doesn't come and your husband or the family, you have to pay in the full amount of the cesarean section if your insurance is delaying. So you have to put all of this into consideration and make good preparations, plan very well so that you go in and you have your baby in good health. So again, after you finish the delivery, whether it is a cesarean or it is a normal delivery, the next stage is to go to the ward. Once you go to the ward, the next thing that you need at this moment is a birth notification. So on the same day of the delivery of the baby, the hospital is going to provide you with a birth notification. So this birth notification letter, it's a form that sends a message to the government of Abu Dhabi or the UAE that a new baby has been born. So once they know that this new baby has been born, they are waiting now for a request from you for the baby to be issued a birth certificate. Without the birth notification, you can't get a birth certificate. So once you get your birth notification from the hospital, before it was actually easy. Most hospitals were issuing birth notifications and birth certificates on the same day in the same hospitals. However, things have changed and you need to actually download the Tamm app. So that is the app on your screen. You need to download that app because it is very, very important. I know most of you already have this app because you use the same app for your payment of your house rents and for so many things, payment also of your utility bills and internet bills. This is a very good app. Even for your driver's license, this is the app that you use to open a traffic file. So this is a government app and it is called Tamm, and this is the same app that you use to get the birth certificate of your baby if you are in Abu Dhabi. So again, before the delivery, before you even plan of having the baby and throughout the delivery and up to the delivery process and all that, there are so many different things that you need to do, right? You do some shopping and all that, and you need to actually take into consideration the cost and how you purchase things for the baby. I am a first time dad. Me and my wife, we are all first time, so it was a little bit confusing for us on the things that we need to buy. And we went to baby shop, we went to Lulu, we went to different places, and we found different prices and different shops all around. And we went even to Amazon to search and everything, and we found some deals and all that. So if you are looking for places to buy good stuff for your babies, you need to actually look into all these shops. Lulu has good deals, and baby shop also has very good deals because they are using Shukran. So they have good, Shukran, it gives you really good points whereby you can actually use the money to purchase more and more things for your baby. So you also have First Cry, that is an app that you can actually use to actually purchase good stuff for your baby. And there are so many places out there that you can actually go to and purchase amazing stuff for your kids. So remember to buy the good sizes. Don't buy the newborn sizes because the baby is going to wear them only for maybe 1-2 weeks and they outgrow all that. We made some mistakes by buying smaller stuff thinking that the baby is going to come out small, but the baby came out big and he couldn't wear all those things. So now we are just keeping those things, planning that maybe we are going to have a baby, maybe another baby soon. So we'll keep all those things, and if we can't, then we are going to donate some of this stuff to those who need them. So you need to arrange the way you buy your stuff so that you don't buy so many things unnecessarily that you won't use. So let's say you finally have your baby either through cesarean or you have the baby through normal delivery. So the next thing that you need to do in this stage is again to get the birth notification from the hospital, and you now open your Tamm app and apply for a birth certificate. Before you apply for a birth certificate, they are going to ask for what? They are going to require you to upload a certified copy of the marriage certificate. So if you're married with your wife, you need to make sure that you certify your marriage certificate in your home country, and you certify the marriage certificate in your embassy in the UAE, and also send the marriage certificate to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the UAE for certification. So if you got married in your home country and you have a marriage certificate, you have to take that marriage certificate to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your home country for certification. So then you bring it back to the UAE. In the UAE, you take the document to your embassy in the UAE or your consulate. You are taking it there so that they can do acknowledgement. They are going to acknowledge that this document is correct. After they do the acknowledgement, you are going to bring now the document again to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in the UAE. So you send this document to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and then you are going to get a different certification from the UAE Ministry of Foreign Affairs. After you do that, then you can upload the document now to Tamm and apply for a birth certificate for your baby. The cost of the birth certificate is just 100 dirhams, and they are going to give you 2 copies, that is English version and Arabic version. So it is going to come as a PDF you can download, and it's going to come as a soft copy. So you won't have any hard copy. The only hard copy that you need is when you go and print in any printing house. You print the birth certificate and you have it in your hand as a physical copy. So for you to actually, again, remember, without the marriage certificate certified copy, you won't be able to get a birth certificate. You have to take that into consideration. So once you get the certified copy of your marriage certificate, it's easy. You just upload it in Tamm and you get a marriage certificate. You get your birth certificate of your baby within 24 hours. So after you get the birth certificate of your baby, then the first step is over. The good part is that once you have a baby, from the day that a baby is born, the baby has 120 days to stay in the UAE without any visa. This means that within this 120 days, you can decide to take this baby out of the country without any passport, without any visa. However, if you take the baby out of the UAE, you won't be able to bring the baby back without a visa. So you have a 120 days grace period whereby your baby can stay in the country without having any visa. So this period is actually a period whereby they are given to the parents to actually have some time to prepare their the documents for the baby, to get a visa and all that. Another important thing that you need to note is that regarding the insurance of the baby, if you are if you are working for a company, and let's say your wife is also working for another company, the day that a baby is born, from the day that a baby is born, the baby is automatically transferred under the mother's insurance for a period of 1 month. So from the day that the baby is born to 30 days period, that baby is under the insurance of the mother automatically. So you don't need to apply for anything. The baby automatically falls under the mother's insurance. So even when you are going, if you have a male child and you're planning to go for circumcision or something, then you can go for circumcision within 30 days and that baby will be automatically under the mother's insurance. That is their policy. However, after the 1 month period, that baby must be transferred officially either under the mother's insurance or under the father's insurance. So that baby must be added as a dependent now under the mother's insurance or under the father's insurance. Remember, the first 1 month is automatically added. So they are now waiting for you within that 1 month period to officially add the child now either to maintain the child under the mother or to maintain the child under the father's insurance. So it will depend on you. If you know that your husband or the wife has a good insurance policy, then you will choose the one that you want to transfer the baby under. Okay, so once you decide that, you can now transfer the baby. All you need to do is either reach out to your company HR, send them an email with the baby's birth certificate, that this is a birth certificate. Now I want my baby to be added as a dependent under my insurance, and your baby and your company is going to handle that. Within some few days, they are going to send the information to your insurance company and they are going to add your baby as a dependent under your insurance. So that is done. Even without a visa, that can be done. So don't wait for a visa or a passport. So again, within the 120 days that we're talking about, you need to actually make sure that within these 120 days you have got the passport for the baby and you got a visa. So for the passport, you are going to visit your embassy and apply for the passport for your baby, and after you get the passport, you can now prepare a visa for your baby. Again, it's easy. The baby can be under the insurance of the mother or the insurance of the father. So it depends on either of you, either the mom or the dad. You can decide as a family that the baby is going to be under the father's insurance, under the father's visa. So you have to apply for that and you get a visa for the child, and that's all. The baby will get an Emirates ID and he or she will not officially be a resident of the United Arab Emirates. There is no other secondary benefit actually, because so many people think there's a benefit, but there's no other secondary benefit once you have a baby here. And that is a little bit sad part, because in some other countries you get maybe a permanent residency or citizenship within some period, but here in the UAE, once you have a baby, you don't enjoy any benefits. Your baby is normal, like someone that just came in to the country to look for a job. So they are like a normal resident and they don't have any extra benefits, they don't have anything. So again, having the baby here is your choice. So it is not a privilege to have a baby in the country because there are no benefits. So if you want to stay with your family here to have a baby, then fine. But one thing I'll guarantee is that the healthcare system is amazing, and the support that you have, the expertise that you have from the doctors for any of the hospitals that you decide to go to, it is going to be great. Your baby is going to have all the medical attention, the care and everything, and they are going to do all the necessary tests to make sure that your baby is fine. Another last bit that you need to note is about the vaccination of the baby, as the baby is going to have a vaccine when they are born, and they are going to have a vaccine again after 2 months and after 4 months. So immediately after the baby is born, you'll be going for a visit to see the pediatrician. You go there and see the pediatrician. They will maybe recommend some vitamins like vitamin D for the baby. They'll give you some vitamins, some drops, and if your baby has any issues, you go back to your pediatrician. So that is the process of having a baby in the UAE. And the cost, sometimes the cost for a cesarean section will actually depend on the hospital. So I will discuss this in the second video, talking about those without insurance and how they can have a baby in the UAE, because I will try to describe the cost, the various costs that they might incur, and how much they need to budget if they are planning to go in for a normal delivery or a cesarean delivery. So for now, guys, that is the process that we went through, and if I missed anything, kindly add it in the comment section to help someone that is planning to have a baby in the country, and so that we can all learn.